Phoenix as Phoenix Rising FC play host to Orange County SC as two Western Conference foes get ready to battle it out here in the Valley of the Sun. It's a rematch of the Western Conference semifinals from a year ago. Welcome in Killian McClatchy, my partner Joe Lowry. And Joe, we're approaching the halfway point of the USL Championship. Some big points on the line between these two guys. Don't really like each other that much.
Yeah, it's summer. We're starting to sweat. Phoenix Rising starting to sweat a bit as well. This is a big historic rival for the club. These two teams met in the semifinals of the Western Conference in the USL Championship playoffs last year. Phoenix got the better of that matchup, hoping to repeat history again tonight.
We'll see what happens tonight. We're going to start off a lot of goal scoring missing tonight for both these clubs. We'll talk about that as we get further into the match. We're going to start with the players to watch, and that's presented by Phoenix Union School District with the host, Rocco Rios Novo. He had one of the best games, not just for Phoenix Rising in a while, but in the while for the entire USL Championship.
He was fantastic. You can see it on your screen. 10 saves in a scoreless draw against Las Vegas last weekend. The explosive shot-stopping ability that Rocco has in net is a differentiating factor for this Phoenix Rising squad. Even up against former Phoenix Rising legend Solomon Asante in Las Vegas, Rocco Rios Novo was fantastic in net.
Second in the USL Championship in terms of saves. As we flip over to the other side, this is an Orange County team. They've been beat up. They've been banged up all season. They've gotten Kyle Scott back as they need that smooth passing midfielder night.
He's unbelievable on the ball. Killian grabbed a goal this season as well. Can arrive late in the box as an accent runner, but is just so silky smooth, can control the ball in tight spots. Everything that Orange County do tonight in the attack starts at the foot of Kyle Scott.
Well, they're going to need him. We're going to have starting lineups and opening kickoff when we come back. The dog days of summer, they're approaching, but these two clubs, they're ready to do battle. See if one of them can take away a big 3 points in Phoenix when we come back. The 2024 Phoenix Rising season is presented by Equality Health. And tonight's match in the Valley of the Sun is presented by Equality Health as the summer is here in Phoenix as Phoenix Rising FC play host to Orange County SC as two Western Conference foes get ready to battle it out here in the Valley of the Sun. It's a rematch of the Western Conference semifinals from a year ago. Welcome in Killian McClatchy, my partner Joe Lowry. And Joe, we're approaching the halfway
I was looking, Killian, and I think it's Faree. Duran Faree.
Faree, okay.
That's what I seem to find online.
Okay. Faree. I was going to say, yeah, that's what we want to go with. I'm down.
Okay.
Faree. Faree.
Faree, I think. Chata.
Ooh, interesting.
What that?
Orange County SC has made 5 changes from their last USL Championship match. Their most from one match to another this season.
Did it just tell you that?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's super cool.
The insight thing just has, like, it actually comes up with some neat stuff sometimes.
That's cool. I assume it's just like pre-programmed in or whatever. Yeah, looks great. Yep.
I wish the kit was a pink base.
Yeah, and I wish it was flipped.
Yeah.
It looks cool in person, looks bad on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gregson, can you hear me? Great. Yes, sir. Shata.
I got sprinkles because I'm a winner.
Yeah, you are. Sprinkles are for winners. What's that from? Why do I know that?
That's from the State Farm commercial. It's the Progressive commercial.
Oh, that's right. Sprinkles are for winners. That's right.
You know it. There's no doubt.
The 2024 Phoenix Rising season is presented by Equality Health. And tonight's match in the Valley of the Sun is presented by Equality Health as the summer is here in Phoenix as Phoenix Rising FC play host to Orange County SC as two Western Conference foes get ready to battle it out here in the Valley of the Sun. It's a rematch of the Western Conference semifinals from a year ago. Welcome in Killian McClatchy, my partner Joe Lowry. And Joe, we're approaching the halfway point of the USL Championship. Some big points on the line between these two guys. Don't really like each other that much.
Yeah, it's summer. We're starting to sweat. Phoenix Rising starting to sweat a bit as well. This is a big historic rival for the club. These two teams met in the semifinals of the Western Conference in the USL Championship playoffs last year. Phoenix got the better of that matchup, hoping to repeat history again tonight.
We'll see what happens tonight. We're going to start off a lot of goal scoring missing tonight for both these clubs. We'll talk about that as we get further into the match. We're going to start with the players to watch, and that's presented by Phoenix Union School District with the host, Rocco Rios Novo. He had one of the best games, not just for Phoenix Rising in a while, but in the while for the entire USL Championship.
He was fantastic. You can see it on your screen. 10 saves in a scoreless draw against Las Vegas last weekend. The explosive shot-stopping ability that Rocco has in net is a differentiating factor for this Phoenix Rising squad. Even up against former Phoenix Rising legend Solomon Asante in Las Vegas, Rocco Rios Novo was fantastic in net.
Second in the USL Championship in terms of saves. As we flip over to the other side, this is an Orange County team. They've been beat up. They've been banged up all season. They've gotten Kyle Scott back as they need that smooth passing midfielder tonight.
He's unbelievable on the ball. Killian grabbed a goal this season as well. Can arrive late in the box as an accent runner, but is just so silky smooth, can control the ball in tight spots. Everything that Orange County do tonight in the attack starts at the foot of Kyle Scott.
Well, they're going to need him. We're going to have starting lineups and opening kickoff when we come back. The dog days of summer, they're approaching, but these two clubs, they're ready to do battle. See if one of them can take away a big 3 points in Phoenix when we come back.
There's satisfaction in sacrifice. In spilling blood, sweat, and tears. In knowing that you left it all on the floor and never threw in the towel. Well, except to clean up the mess. Giving it all for your team is worth every drop. Modelo, brewed for fans with a fighting spirit.
Huh. How long have you been tracking our car's value with Carvana?
Just like 7 months.
Should we sell it?
We hold.
Hold.
Silver vans are going for more right now, should we?
Our low mileage is paying off. You think we should?
Hold.
Depreciation's really heating up, you think?
Hold.
We just did 2.5%!
Hold. Now!
I'm on it.
Already sold to Carvana.
Go to Carvana and track your car's value today.
Your health shouldn't depend on where you live, which language you speak, or the size of your paycheck. Everyone deserves access to high-quality care for a healthy life. At Equality Health, we partner with primary care providers to break down barriers to care and build healthy communities. Better health for all, the real game-winning goal. Equality Health is the season-presenting sponsor of the Phoenix Rising and proud sponsor of the Rising Community Soccer Clinics.
Tonight's broadcast of Phoenix Rising FC is presented by Equality Health, by Carvana, and by Northern Arizona University. Welcome you back in a beautiful evening. It has become in Phoenix. The sun has set And we are just about ready to go. Starting off with the starting 11. First for Orange County SC. Here's the formation they roll out. 5 changes from their match a week ago, Joe.
Yeah, this Orange County team is in turmoil on the injury front right now. Morton Carlson not able to roll out his first 11. No Tomas Among up top for them. That's a huge loss. It'll be Ethan Zubak instead running in behind the Phoenix Rising back line.
Here's the 11 for Phoenix Rising. A couple changes. The big one, no Remy Cabral tonight up top.
Yeah, no Remy Cabral. He's dealing with a little bit of a lower body injury. The most interesting thing for me here is the shape. It's Phoenix returning to the 4-2-3-1 for the first time really since April. Keep a close eye on Panos Armanakis in that number 10 spot. How deep he has to drop to get on the ball versus staying high in the final third could play an outsized impact on the result of this game.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about Panos and the role he could play tonight in just a few minutes as we're ready for opening kick. We're going to start, got the Spooner availability report as Armanakis is off and going the new kits tonight. Call it the Desert Rose for Phoenix Rising. As here is the Spooner availability report. As we said, no Remy Cabral tonight for Phoenix, but look at that list. Among Asensio, Dogman, Flood. They've had 11 different players injured at some point this season.
Yeah, it's been brutal. It's been absolutely brutal for Morton Carlson. You feel for this Orange County team, but also you have a lot of respect for what they've been able to accomplish this year, hanging around so close to the top of the Western Conference table while having really a rotating cast of guys based off of who they thought they were going to have available in preseason. The one note there on the Spooner availability report, Ryan Flood, not injured, but that's Phoenix Rising's very own Ryan Flood on loan to Orange County SC. That deal was announced before Orange County's 3-2 win against Detroit City. There was a clause in that loan agreement that prohibits Flood from playing against his actual parent club.
Yeah, Flood made his debut for Orange County last weekend in that match, but unavailable for tonight. As we mentioned, the two goal scorers for these two clubs, 2 of the better ones in the league, and Among with 5 goals leading the team. He scored 33% of the goals Orange County scored this year as the ball laid in. Left-footed shot and just over the top, a bit too high. As an early look for Phoenix trying to find somewhere to go with it with no Remy Cabral, who has 6, and he scored 42% of Phoenix's goals. So a lot missing tonight.
Yeah, a lot of questions for both of these teams. Phoenix Rising haven't had nearly the same number of injury problems that Orange County have this year. But Darius Romella is back in the 11 tonight for Phoenix for the first time since April. He's back in that starting number 9 role at the top of this 4-2-3-1. He's been away from the team for a stretch. He's been over in Europe. Now he's back with the club. This is going to be a bit of growing pains early on from Phoenix Rising, and you can imagine the same being true for Orange County. Both teams are in 4-2-3-1 shapes. Both teams have plenty of experience out on the field, but it's not the exact 11 that I think either manager, Carlson or Danny Stone, would have expected or really hoped for coming into tonight.
You have to imagine at least the first portion of this match is probably going to be a bit of a feeling out for both these clubs to kind of figure out what they can and can't do tonight.
Well, that's been a big theme for Phoenix as we see a turnover out of the back on that incomplete pass from John Stenberg.
This one laid over the top and trying to find it indeed for Jamison, as Jamison does chase back and get it. The young Bryce Jamison, as he's taken down, it'll be off of Phoenix and a throw-in.
It's been a theme, Killian. You're talking about this early feeling out period. Phoenix have had a lot of that this year. They're one of the possession-dominant teams in all of the USL Championship. They keep a ton of the ball, 54.3% possession. That's 3rd in the championship. But they've been inefficient with that possession, almost regardless of what shape they're using. Last week at Las Vegas, it was more of a 3-diamond 3, with Fede Varela as the number 10, Panos Armanakis and Jose Andres Hernandez as the 2 number 8s. We've seen that look a couple times this year. We've seen flat 3-4-3s. We've seen the 4-2-3-1. Danny Stone's gone back to it again tonight. This is a Rising team that is still searching for, if not an identity, a structure.
Jamison sends it to the middle, but knocked away, but not fully out of danger just yet. Bit of a misplay on the ball. Orange County doing a nice job keeping the possession. Chipped back towards the back post, but Rios Novo is right there, coming off of a 10-save performance a week ago. It's now time for Lowry's Lowdown, presented by Peoria Nissan.
All right, let's take a look at Lowry's Lowdown for this match. For Phoenix, it's exactly what I was just running through. Finding a structure in possession. Phoenix Rising have oscillated between different looks all year long without ever truly looking comfortable. Finding a set shape and set patterns within that shape will take longer than just one game, but this is a valuable opportunity to have an actual building block for Phoenix Rising as they continue to progress through the 2024 campaign. as we look towards Orange County, they're not going to have nearly as much of the ball in this game. For Orange County, it's all about feeding their dynamic attackers in space. We've seen Bryce Jamison, Killian, already multiple times over on this right-hand side get on the ball and show the quality that he has. Still working on his technical skill in tight spots, but is so incredibly clean and crisp when he's out in open space. For Orange County, releasing Jamison down the right and Zubac through the middle is going to be key.
Yeah, Jamison, he's really one of the young stars up and coming in this league. You know, he's the youngest goal scorer in club history at just 16 years old. Scored 2 goals and had a couple assists last year. Played with the U.S. Youth national team. He's got 12 goals at the U19 and below level for the U.S. men's national team.
He's a really, really sharp young talent. Somebody that has a bright future. We've seen Orange County be one of the model clubs in the USL Championship and really in American soccer in terms of finding talent, whether that's from their own setup or looking outside of California, really, and looking to other players who they feel are underserved in American soccer. Think about a Kobe Henry, who was in an MLS academy down in Florida. I think about someone like Correte Osundina, who was out at the Barca Residency Academy in Casa Grande, Arizona, an hour or so away from us right now. Bryce Jamison is another one of those players who came from the Barca Residency Academy. Joe Buckley in this squad as well. All these guys, young, promising players with bright, bright futures.
White with a nice pass over to Gabby Torres. Traore trying to get involved. Torres, nice run. Torres near the near post, sends it to the middle, and back of the net. Phoenix has an early one. Welcome back, Derek Formella.
It's summer, but Phoenix Rising aren't sweating in the early stages here. Darius Formella back in the lineup for the first time since April. It's Gabby Torres driving towards the end line with a lovely cutback, well-weighted ball to Darius Formella, who's perfectly in space, doesn't rush his movement. Sometimes as a striker, the best thing you can do is stand still when you found that pocket of space. Fantastic movement and a clean finish from Darius Formella.
He had 12 a year ago. Give him number 2 on the year for number 29 up top. And just 6 minutes in, that is what this Phoenix Rising club has been looking for. Somebody to just get a spark going for this club offensively.
Oh, and credit to Gabby Torres as well, Killian, on the assist. He's been dangerous a couple of times now, moving down the left wing. This is a guy who, in my mind, is really best as an outside back, who's best as a left wing back in a team that's playing with a pure-on back 3, where he can have the full freedom to move up and down the left side. He doesn't always show the pure attacking danger, but tonight he's been incredibly sharp through the early stages.
Really aggressive as Phoenix Rising looking to try and find a second one in quick succession. As Gallardo does a nice job to take the ball away, stops on a dime. Jose Andres Hernandez wants to reset. You really can't say enough about the buildup of that play, as we've got a whistle, an Orange County player slow to get up, but the buildup to that play between Gabby Torres and a pass from Traore, as here's another look, is slow to get up. Hard collision. That's Andrew Fox. He's another one of those guys for Orange County. He just came back from injury, played a full 90 a week ago, and already dinged up just 7 minutes in tonight.
It's been a rough start to 2024 now, as we're approaching the halfway mark, really, for Orange County in terms of keeping guys healthy and on the field for 90 minutes. Keelan, to go back to what you were just mentioning, though, the incision down the left side from Phoenix, that's what they've been missing so far this season. So much of the ball, as I've mentioned, but they have not been especially goal dangerous so far in 2024. The 3rd most possession in the league, but they're 14th in goals per game. They're 14th in expected goals per game, 17th in passes received in the final third. What does that mean? Well, they're moving the ball a lot around the back, but not actually finding spots in the final third to get on the ball and cause problems like we just saw a couple of minutes ago.
Fox is up on his feet and trying to walk it off, as reminder fans, the USL on ESPN2 kicks off the summer with a League One showdown as Forward Madison FC takes on South Georgia Tormenta FC a week from now on Saturday, June 15th at 3 p.m. Eastern. Be sure to check that out. 2 of the really good clubs down there in the USL. I mean, talking about 2 clubs that put together a little bit of run. South Georgia Tormenta, a little run in the U.S. Open Cup. We're back underway. Fox still waiting to be let back on as Traore taken down. let them back on, so Orange County back to full strength.
Getting a look at Orange County and their defensive structure here. We highlighted Kyle Scott in the pregame. Somebody who usually sits deep, either as a number 6, he was half of a double pivot last weekend against Detroit City, playing on the left side of that double pivot. Tonight, he's a little higher and a little wider. We're seeing him all the way out on that left side as really the left-sided attacking midfielder, the left winger of sorts in Orange County's structure, as Bryce Jamison on the near side, for folks out there watching at home, tucks back deeper almost as a wing back at times. A little bit of a different look, right? A record number of changes in 2024 to the lineup from Morten Carlson. We're seeing Scott play an area that maybe he's not quite best in because Orange County don't have the usual numbers.
Yeah, Scott, the Englishman, guy that came up in the Chelsea system from the age of 13, actually made his professional debut with the Blues in an FA Cup match. He's now found his way to the States.
And what Scott being all the way out on the left side does for Orange County is it forces them to find another player to really set the tone and create the rhythm in central midfield. Zafal has a really good ability to do that, but he hasn't been tasked as the primary tempo setter much at all for them in 2024. It's changing where and how they build when they have the ball.
Takeaway from Phoenix, the midfield doing a really nice job for the home team so far tonight.
It's been a refreshing start for Phoenix Rising, especially after what was a really dire 0-0 against Las Vegas last weekend. Phoenix Rising outshot 16-2 in the second half of that game. This is, yes, a different Las Vegas Lights team than the one that we're used to seeing towards the bottom of the standings out west in the USL Championship in years past. This is a better team, but are they 14 shots in 45 minutes better than Phoenix Rising? No, not really. And you talk to some of the players in midweek, you've got Renzo Zambrano saying quite simply, we played bad. John Stenberg said we need to bounce back in their media availabilities earlier this week. There is an acute awareness, Killian. Tonight was a big game for Phoenix, not just because Orange County is a rival, but also because Phoenix have struggled relative to expectations coming off of that title win at the end of last season. This is a huge opportunity for Phoenix Rising, even now up 1-0, to continue to put their foot on the gas.
Phoenix Children's is the exclusive official pediatric medical partner of Phoenix Rising. For more information, you can go to phoenixchildrens.org, proud sponsor of Phoenix Rising. 1-0 so far, thanks to that 6th minute goal. Darius Formella. There he is, goal scorer, second one of the year. First start in a while with no Remy Cabral, the team leader in goals, out tonight with a lower body injury. As here's the free kick. Set up, looking for the back post, and just wide. Fuenmayor, one more step, and you're probably looking at 2-0.
Phoenix Rising have relied on that back post run on set pieces from similar spots. It's a lovely ball in from Panos Armanakis. That flag does end up going up on the far side of the field from the AR. Still a nice set piece routine from Phoenix.
Fuenmayor, another guy. We talked about it in the early portion of the season, Joe, but this backline group for Phoenix, you got too many options, almost, and not necessarily knowing what to do. And Coach Danny Stone, he's kind of rotated through, but Fuenmayor had a little bit of a knock in the offseason and has come back and really kind of solidified himself back on that back line right next to John Stenberg.
Yeah, there's really 4 center backs, to your point there, Killian. 4 center backs on the field even tonight for Phoenix Rising, where we've seen Mo Traore, we've seen John Stenberg, we've seen Fuenmayor, we've seen Lawrence Wyke. All of these guys have played as pure center backs in the back 3 for Phoenix Rising manager Danny Stone. You see him on your screen there. Danny Stone has had a problem this year in terms of there are too many good central defenders to fit on the field together. And maybe what's the solution? Well, at least tonight it's, let's play Mo Traore as a bit of a reserved left back. Let's play Lawrence Wyke as a bit of a reserved right back on the opposite side. So far, Phoenix have had success, and it's let them have some nice attacking and defensive balance so that they can stay resolute on the back end but still have good distribution coming from the flanks.
So Zambrano, one of the men in the midfield.
You see Scott there when he's able to come inside centrally and get involved in the game. His tempo, his speed of play, his speed of thought, knows what he's doing with the ball before he even gets on it. You know, Orange County missed that when he's not really involved in the game in central spots. I'm curious to see if he drifts inward as this half wears on.
Scott was yet again another one of those guys missed some time earlier this season due to injury. You see he's got that brace on that right leg around the knee. Swung wide to Lamb.
There's danger down this right side. If you're Orange County, you love the idea of Brian Olowski getting on the ball, getting it on that left foot. And Bryce Jamison, you see him there trying to slip in behind Mo Traore and sort of work himself into that seam with a quick burst of acceleration towards the end line so he can do what Gabby Torres just had so much success on the other end, playing that cutback across to a late arriving runner. Maybe that's Ethan Zubak in central spots. Watch those patterns with Jamison looking to run in behind.
That one long run in. Lamb tries to stop turn. He's picked up by two defenders and now boxed out. And is waiting for some sort of help. It's a little bit of a poor pass though. Jamison goes down and he is going to draw the foul and a free kick, much to the chagrin of that south end.
It's a poor ball from Panos Armanakis as he comes back in to try and get involved and help Phoenix break out. Bryce Jamison up against the slightly larger Mo Traore there. Goes down easily, Jamison. A little bit of the arm from Mo Traore, though, going his direction.
So a free kick in a dangerous location for Orange County, trying to find an equalizer in the early portion of this first half.
And it'll be Brian Olowski who takes us with his left foot. It'll be an in-swinger coming from this left side unless it's taken short. Olowski has been a sharp set piece taker for this Orange County side in 2024. Good bend, good texture on his service with that left foot.
Where do you think he goes with this? He's got, you could potentially argue he might have a look at goal from where he's at.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, you're afraid right now if you're Orange County of testing Rocco Rios Novo after the performance he had last weekend against Las Vegas. It's a tight angle. Maybe watch for that clipped ball towards the back post for the center back.
Olowski, and he just sailed that one. No one was getting to that one. And Rising fans, I want to introduce you the ultimate match day deal from your Phoenix Rising. It's the family 4-pack. You can get 4 tickets, 4 entrees, 4 chips, and 4 waters or sodas, all for just $80. Bring your family and experience an unforgettable night of soccer. Get your family 4-pack now at phxrisingfc.com. We are Phoenix Rising, Todos Rojos.
What a touch that was from Mo Traore and build up. That's great work from the center back, fullback hybrid playing as a left back tonight.
Traore's been sharp as well in these opening 15 minutes. Senegal native. As it's out Phoenix trying to make the argument that it was off of Orange County, but the quick throw in goes right back to the team donning orange this evening, and a long pass swung to the far side of the pitch.
Good play from Phoenix Rising in midfield. Sharp, crisp touches, trying to move the ball from back to front to break into the attacking half and really pin Orange County SC back. Good success for the most part from Phoenix when they've had time to pick their heads up.
Gallardo with the ball, trying to send it forward.
See it on both sides, but Bryce Jamison really narrow there defensively, creating opportunities for Phoenix to switch to the other side. That's well done from Owen Lamb to cut that ball out from Mo Traore, but you saw it just a few seconds ago on the opposite side on the left with Kyle Scott eagerly engaging Ale Flynn-Mayor, stepping up to press on that lateral pass from John Stenberg to Flynn-Mayor. It's a pressing trigger for Morton Carlson and this Orange County team. Opportunity for Phoenix when those narrow wingers from Orange County pop out to go and quickly switch and overload that flank.
Ball sent over the top as there's a foot gotten to it, but nobody there to collect it.
And that 17-year-old goalkeeper, Duran Ferry, starting for Orange County, just his third start in USL Championship so far this season. 17 years old, the first player in history for San Diego FC, the 30th team coming to Major League Soccer next season. Played for San Diego Loyal.
As Formella, left-footed shot, sent that one in, but a nice save by Ferry right into the match. Formella was looking for the brace, and now trying to clear it away. Traore does a nice job to stop that counter. Traore right in the thick of it. Now Jamison comes away. Pressed forward, Zubak with the ball. One-on-one. A little deflection in the middle, still bouncing around. Rios Novo couldn't make up his mind if he wanted to go out and jump on it or not. But it's out at least for the moment.
Here's that strike from Formella. Testing Ferry. I mentioned it just a moment ago. The first signing ever for San Diego FC as they prepare to enter Major League Soccer next season. Out on loan now with Orange County. Played for San Diego Loyal last year, is a San Diego kid. A great opportunity for him in a difficult environment to test himself. Does well on that strike from Formella.
Ferry certainly is. Another one of these members of that U17 U.S. national team. Seen time at the international level, so no stranger to the bright lights. Armanakis, good run, but just overstepped the ball. Now Oloski will tug at the back of the kit, and he earns a free kick.
Yeah, it's a good midfield overload there from Orange County. As you hear the Boo Birds coming out as Jose Andres Hernandez has some words with the center referee. They overload that space so well, Orange County. A little bit of the tug there on Oloski. A little harsh for the yellow killing him.
And Jose Andres Hernandez, I think, kind of pleading his case. So an early booking for the midfielder for Phoenix. We'll set up another good free kick opportunity for Orange County. This one straight ahead, a little bit further out though. This one trying to chip over the top. Not going too far as Gallardo, and now with a leaping clearance. Orange County looks to switch sides. Oloski sent towards the middle. Scott, little back heel pass. Right foot extra. Jamison to Scott, who turns. Jamison just one too many passes. As Formella now backing down, and he will draw a foul.
It's a good bit of hold-up play from Darius Formella against the much younger Ashton Miles. Just 19 years old, another one of these young Orange County players. Formella has the experience and the positioning in that moment.
Miles fresh off a suspension from a week ago, had a red card, so was unable to play against Detroit, getting back out of the pitch tonight.
Yeah, Morton Carlson suspended against Detroit City as well for a red card picked up in that same game. A tough ending of that match for Orange County. A really, really difficult loss to Loudoun United in that game, basically until the very end.
That one headed out and away. And remember, Select is the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. Many other elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com. FinixRising.com for the latest select products, specials, and more. Select the player's choice.
Let's get a look at this play on the far side. Again, note Bryce Jamison just at the top of your screen, sort of on the right side there. So narrow for Orange County when the ball's on that far side. Rising having the opportunity to play that quick switch from right to left. We haven't seen it really so far tonight, but a great chance to overload Owen Lamb on the right side of Orange County's back line.
Jamison come right over and pester Traore. Jamison, I think, trying to make an argument that Traore gave him a little hand to the face. Phoenix certainly looks like they've settled into this match so far.
Yeah, not a ton of joy in the attack since that great bit of play from Gabby Torres to find Formella for the goal. And then that strike from Formella on the right side of the box. Phoenix haven't had a ton of possession in the final third, having some difficulty breaking through this, what is a 4-4-2 block from Orange County.
Snovo, bit of a weak pass that's intercepted, taken away Jamison, and he gets upended. Nice tackle from the captain Stenberg, and he tries to switch possession. Long run for Torres as he was nearly there. One more step, and Torres might have caused a bit more anxiety as that one's somehow kept in by Orange County. Scott now a couple touches and be a whistle. And play will get reset right back to Orange County.
John Stenberg getting the ball first. They're on Bryce Jamison, not enough contact there. It's a good call from the referee to let the game play on.
Long left-footed shot deflected. Long look at goal, powerful strike, but knocked down as we have our first Carvana corner kick. Carvana will drive you happy, proud sponsor of Phoenix Rising. Bandito certainly glad to have their team back in the Valley of the Sun. A long stretch. Joe, Phoenix has been on the road, Open Cup matches, big league ties. As this one goes near post, sent all the way down. Didn't touch anybody.
It has been, Killian, a difficult last really 5 games. Phoenix Rising, just 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses in their last 5 games across all competitions. The only win in there was that 2-0 win at home that we did against Miami FC. Miami really struggling to find themselves over towards the bottom of the Eastern Conference. It's not been a great run for Phoenix. A chance now to really gain some momentum against a legitimately good team in the Western Conference, a team that you have history with, a team that you met in the Western Conference semifinals last year. And Emil Quayshow, late banger, giving Phoenix Rising the win. That was, of course, a theme to the postseason last year.
Yeah, you're hearing Emmy Quayshow and late winner. Yeah. I was going to say a lot of teams along the West Coast just heard that and shuddered a little bit.
Yeah, those at home can put that down on their Phoenix Rising bingo card for our shows.
Lawrence Wyke, you could also put down Wyke establishing himself and making sure that he is known out there this evening with that shove of Scott a few moments ago.
There's that pressing trigger when the ball moves from center back to center back. The near side winger pinches forward, trying to discourage that rotation.
Ball in behind Formella, saved straight away by Faree. What a save by the youngster.
Quick fire reaction save from Duran Faree. What a ball over the top though for Phoenix. Formella continuing to latch onto those bits of service. Such a quick fire reaction from the youngster.
time for the young man to even do anything. Getting peppered with some early looks from Darius Formella. And now the flag goes up and the lights go out. At least for a moment.
What do we tell you about leaning against that light switch, Killian? What a ball that is. Over the top, Formella latches onto it so well. Can't believe that he couldn't just direct it around the goalkeeper. Orange County fortunate to only be a goal down.
So Farid makes his way off. We'll say that the lights going out was simply reminding everybody that everybody needs some water. Hydration break. We're in Phoenix. It is the summertime, but the boys of the summer here, look at this record. 35-10 at home in June, July, and August. Outscoring opponents 115-36, Joe. You'd think as it gets hotter, and of course you don't necessarily play as many matches, the league does a nice thing and tries not to schedule Phoenix for too many home matches when it gets crazy hot out here. But still, when they're at home, it's certainly an advantage.
And maybe we're seeing some of that so far tonight, Killian, with this start from Phoenix Rising. You said it. It does feel like a legitimate home field advantage. We talk about teams that play at altitude. We talk about teams that play in particularly cold weather in college football, right? Out here in the desert, this is an actual tangible advantage for Phoenix Rising. A really, really remarkable home record in this stretch of the calendar.
Certainly good crowd here tonight coming out to support this club, pushing the kickoffs back a little bit later as well to 8 p.m. for the most part going forward here at home. As and yeah, we got the light show going off here tonight. And fans now at Metro by T-Mobile, you can get that new customer feeling again and again. Introducing Metro Flex. More than just free phones when you join. And get the same great deals as new customers on 5G phones like Samsung, Motorola, and Revel when you stay 12 months and trade in a phone. That's a first of many initiatives they're making to ensure all their customers, new and existing, feel valued. Now that's not a yada yada. Farid after the hydration break, making his way out. The early goal scored. We are back underway.
I'm curious, Killian, to see if we see any real changes from either of these teams. We got to look at Morton Carlson in his huddle, gesturing and sort of using his own hands as a little bit of a tactics board. Orange County haven't had a ton of attacking joy. They've had some success defensively after conceding early on. Curious to see if they change anything, if they tweak anything. Same for Phoenix, right? Those hydration breaks really serve as a timeout in the first half for both of these managers to evaluate, hey, what's been working, what hasn't been working, and then, of course, to communicate those things to their players along with any tweaks that they want to see for the remaining 10, 15 minutes of the half.
Well, and it is such a kind of a, to imagine it's a really positive thing for the coaches, because
no doubt
you speak about how important the last 5 minutes of every half is, and an opportunity to kind of reset yourself for that stretch.
Well, just an opportunity for managers as well to exert some influence on the game, right? Oftentimes managers get romanticized in this sport. They become the dominant figures when in reality, yeah, they're important. They do a lot of important things. They're not on the field, right? They're not the ones actually going out there and executing. They're on the sidelines trying to communicate instructions, but how well can you really yell across 50 yards to the opposite side fullback? It's hard to do that stuff. So having a chance to bring everybody in and run through a couple of key things is huge.
No foul is now Stenberg. A couple tugs at the back of the kit tonight. He was making the argument that Zuback was kind of wrapped around him.
A little bit there from John Stenberg. Not a lot, but at this point, Killian, the referee set the tone.
Yeah.
Right? There's no doubt about that. He's established, hey, this game is going to be tight. I'm going to call this one tight. We're going to see that for the rest of the evening.
Simply sends a bender in towards the back post and just out of the way. It won't matter as the flag went up on the near side.
It's a great ball in from Seth Sipley. Just his 4th start of 2024. Has been dealing with a little bit of a strain. Was back last weekend against Detroit City. A lovely bending right footer.
Simply another one of those injuries. You could honestly go up and down the 11, and more than likely at some point missed time due to injury.
If I'm Danny Stone, back at that hydration break just a moment or two ago, the thing that I'm preaching to my team is trying to move the ball quickly from side to side.
There's Jamison now trying to get a little bit of a look at attack, but shouldered off. Very nicely done on defense for Phoenix. Sliding out of danger. Orlowski, left-footed shot into Zupak. Zupak is offside.
Another turnover. Though in those moments where they're trying to break, right? They win the ball back in their own third. We saw Panos Armenakis with a little bit of a sloppy ball earlier on in this half. We see another one there from Phoenix that allow Orange County to jump back into the driver's seat, counter press, win the ball back, and break into the box. It's all part, Killian, of being a little sharper in possession, of moving the ball quicker and with more purpose, and finding the next pass just 1 or 2 split seconds faster. Phoenix have the gaps in Orange County's shape. They've created some of those gaps as the wingers push forward. They haven't fully exploited those gaps after the first 5-10 minutes tonight.
At least so far, I'd say Phoenix fairly won that opening portion of the match, but since that opening goal and a few early chances, Orange County has really settled in nicely.
Yeah, we see Phoenix maybe trying to push their fullbacks a little bit higher to destabilize Orange County's shape. Allow the wingers, it's Erickson Gallardo on the right and Gabby Torres on the left, to then be 1v1 against the opposing fullback. Interesting rotations from Phoenix as they get a little more aggressive in possession to close out this first half.
1-2 after the throw in by Wyke is just a turn and a clearance to give it right back to Orange County.
And making it too easy there for Orange County, allowing the trap. You know it's coming on any throw-ins or short passing sequences on really the near sideline, the strong side. You know those sequences are coming defensively from Orange County. You've got to move the ball quickly and find the release over, whether it's to Formella dropping in to hold up the play, or whether it's the switch to the opposite side winger or fullback to really release down the weak side.
Alan Free calmly settled that one down with his feet as the ball came right back to him. Headed right down to Fox. Scott laid ahead. Lamb now. Lamb pressing forward. He's going to stop and turn, get to his left foot. Lamb sent it towards the back post, but cleared away. And now a whistle is Formella. Went down to his knees. Absolutely irate over that resumption of play, and Orange County ended up back with possession. Ball sent in as Rios Novo
getting some touches. Why use your hands when your feet are going to do?
I mean, that's very reasonable. Just because he can use his hands doesn't mean he has to.
Nope.
It's the Rocco Rios Novo way.
And yet somehow uses his hands better than almost any goalkeeper in the USL Championship. The duality, really, of Rocco Rios Novo there. love that from Rocco Rios Novo, being patient on the ball, waiting until Orange County say, hey, we're not going to sit around here forever. We're going to come and win the ball back. Ethan Zubak starts the press there. And Rocco just sends the ball over to Lawrence Wyke on the right side. Not the cleanest of play from Wyke once the ball gets to him, but savvy play from Phoenix Rising's number 1.
Traore lays off Renzo Zambrano. Formella. With a poor touch, but gets it right back to him. Jameson's done a nice job in this first half, pestering anytime the ball comes to this near side. Hey fans, are you hungry? Head on into Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. Cane's hand-battered chicken finger and delicious secret sauces is a perfect way to feed your post-game appetite. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
There's Armanakis dropping to get on the ball. Prior to that touch, he had just 13 in this match. The second lowest of any player on the field. Not just any Phoenix Rising player, but any player on the field. Ashton Miles, the only one with fewer touches so far in the early stages. Phoenix Rising not playing through their number 10 to the degree that you'd expect in this 4-2-3-1 shape.
Gallardo, the nice ball over the top, gets a throw in as Phoenix will get an opportunity to set up a little bit of an attack now. Quick throw is Jose Andres Hernandez. Heads it down. Formella wants a left-footed shot. Wasn't able to get much behind that one as an easy save brought in. Another Orange County player slow to get up.
Formella wanting to get in on the action towards the edge of the box. There had Gabby Torres, maybe as that release ball, could try to replay the sequence that led to the first goal, at least with Torres driving close to the end line and then finding Formella holding his run in the box. Formella, though, chooses to go it himself.
Jamison runs right into 3 white kits, and Jamison wraps himself around Gabby Torres. And it will be a free kick as Torres will help Jamison up.
Some good battles on this right side for Orange County with Bryce Jamison against the left side of Phoenix Rising's defense. Mo Traore, Gabby Torres getting in on the action. Jamison's a tough guy to stop. You got to get into his body early. Maybe he doesn't have the strength, but certainly has the speed. That's why you want to get to him quick before he has a chance to accelerate.
Bit of a misplay as White stepped right on top of the ball on a turnover. White gets back to help out. Scott switches sides over to Lamb. Alaski now. Alaski wants to get it on that left foot of his.
That's great defending from Gabby Torres.
Sent in towards the back post, but nowhere near danger.
Knowing that Brian Alaski wants to whip that ball in on his left, he doesn't want to drive to the end line on the right. You can see Phoenix shaping their bodies to really discourage that inward looping ball or the driving inside on the left foot of Brian Alaski, opening instead the lane towards the end line, knowing that he's not really going to take it. Armanakis again coming back to get on the ball, trying to orchestrate things. Has been patient early on, but maybe dropping deep to try and make things move a little bit quicker is what this game needs right now if you're Phoenix Rising.
Armanakis, the misplay, and a hand that looks like it ended up coming up high on Jamison. It's been a tough start to the season for Armanakis, one of the top chance creators a year ago in the league. Right hand, little errant came up and caught Jamison up high. For Armenakis, you're talking about a guy, he had 5 goals and 7 assists, led the club in the latter category. Just haven't really gotten the feeling that he's gotten going yet this year.
No, just 1 goal, 1 assist so far in the USL Championship. I'm going to chalk that particular play, Killian, up to the commentator's curse, which somehow spread from me to Panos Armenakis to the face of Bryce Jamieson. So I apologize to both Panos Armenakis and Bryce Jamieson for that one. You know, it hasn't been the 2024 that I expected, that Panos Armenakis expected, that this Phoenix Rising club expected. He's been dealing with, you know, just not always maybe ending up in optimal positions for this Phoenix Rising team, as they've said, as they've struggled, as I said earlier, to really find their primary structure.
Oh, a bit of misorganization defensively. Jamieson was left all alone. They couldn't get the ball to him.
We've seen Phoenix in that 3-4-3. We've seen him in the 3-diamond-3 with Armenakis playing as more of a number 8. Just hasn't quite been consistent enough for club or player in 2024.
Torres got there but was taken out. Just didn't have the stamina to keep pressing forward.
Ashton Miles coming in on Gabby Torres. A clear foul there gives Phoenix Rising a chance to catch their breath, work on something that they've worked on the training ground, bring it out onto the field tonight as we see the yellow card out of the pocket of the referee.
Torres back on his feet after adjusting the boots a little bit, as Miles, the man with the booking. Seems like everybody has something to say, and it's still waiting on a decision.
Brandolowski being told, hey, got to back up the 10 yards. Orange County trying to scratch and claw their way to something before the break.
Zambrano sends it in towards the back post. Waiting for the shot and off the volley. The captain trying to get a little fancy.
Does a good job of waiting for the ball to come down. You see the set piece, the in-swinger there from Renzo Zambrano, headed away partially. Stenberg waits and waits. It feels like an eternity when the ball's in the air right in front of you. Still hits that one maybe a half second too early.
At 1-0 scoreline thanks to the 6th-minute goal. Darius Formella. That's all we've had so far. A couple big saves from the 17-year-old Duran Ferree for Orange County. Has kept it at 1-0. Jamieson almost gets to it as he got a boot to it, but didn't have the timing as he sent it into Los Bandidos.
Good save down there in the south end as well. That's what Bryce Jamieson can do for you, right? He can create that little bit of separation to turn a nothing chance into a something chance, right? 99% of players don't actually get a foot on the ball at all because they don't beat their marker into the box. Bryce Jamieson's a special, special young talent.
Trying to spring Gallardo. He's mistimed his jump to try and head that ball. But still chasing it down. Ferree just gets it away.
Gallardo's been quiet on that right side. Really, that whole right side, Killian's been quiet tonight. It's been mostly Mo Traore and Gabby Torres who've been progressing the ball down the left. Lawrence White and Gallardo not nearly as productive on that far side.
Stenberg works his way through the center. Ahead, Formella makes another good run, finds a little bit of space. Given off, and that one crossed all the way from flag to flag.
There's the downside of having more defense-minded options playing fullback. Lawrence White really at his best, I think, as an outside center back in a back 3. Danny Stone has trusted him at times this year, playing a little wider and a little higher. We're seeing him as the right back tonight, but the drawback is sometimes the service on that final ball in the final third is either way too short or way too long.
Curry gets a foot to it. As a little tumble and a whistle. Torres, who's been active in this first half.
And we see him here swapped onto the right side. Erickson Gallardo over on the left to close out this first half. Phoenix really at this point content to go in to the locker room up 1-0.
Time for maybe one more push from Orange County in this first half. Holoski on his left foot sends a low ball in, but not able to find the foot of his target. Gallardo pushing back the other direction. Might let one more chance go for Phoenix. Formella. As Phoenix takes their time, and there is the halftime whistle. 45 played and 1-0 for the hosts in their long-awaited return home after a long road swing. An early goal from that man. There is Formella in the 6th minute, has Phoenix ahead by a goal as they head into the locker room. The two clubs making their way off. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back. We got the halftime report, show you some highlights and go over some things. Don't go anywhere. It's 1-0 Phoenix.
Who do you want to be? Where do you want to go? How fast do you want to get there? At Gateway Community College, you can achieve a career that takes you places in less time and for less money. Opportunity is not just for the select few. Living better is for everyone. Let us help you discover your future.
Quench your thirst and save big at Circle K, America's Thirst Stop. Soda 12-packs are 2 for $12 or 3 for $15. Select 24-pack bottled water cases are 2 for $7 or 3 for $9. And don't forget to grab one of our famous Polar Pop cups that stays cold longer, starting at just 99 cents. Only at Circle K, your one-stop shop for all your thirst needs. See store for details.
Get free checking at Arizona Financial. Plus, get $200 cash when you open your new checking account. There's no catch, no minimums, just 100% free checking, including free identity protection, built-in security features, and 24/7 mobile banking. Your financial future has arrived at Arizona Financial. Get the tools, security, high yields, and free checking you want, including free identity protection. Open your new checking account today and receive $200 cash. Visit arizonafinancial.org/free.
From the wind whispering over the desert ridge to the flowing river bringing life to everything it touches, our land is a tapestry of beauty and contrast. Here, amidst the rugged mountains, lies the heart of the desert, home to the bold, the strong, the resilient few. Out of this arid ground grows the desert rose, unique as the community that calls this home.
Look, what you trying to do? 2 minutes in and you done put me in the mood. Too many people in there, let me take you home. 2 minutes in and I'ma get you on the floor, ass sitting at the phone like.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. Please check the number and try your call again.
Inspired by our land, crafted for our team.
Basketball player. Not for the sport, just to see a different perspective on life. What's the funniest thing you've ever heard a fan shout during a game?
That somebody was shouting to me that I'm and then he was saying, you know you're
I have a good one. No. I had fans one time just go, "Get the baby off the field."
You have to swap lives with another athlete outside of soccer for a week. Who do you choose, and what's the first thing you do? Let's go for Djokovic. I would enjoy being him and having his money.
You were supposed to ask me, but all right, you answered your own question.
Has a goal celebration ever gone wrong for you?
Last year, I was coming back from my broken foot when I scored, and I celebrated, and I kicked the out of the board.
Back across,
Love sweet potato fry. Outside of soccer, what sport do you think you could have gone professional in?
I was training volleyball. I had to choose what I wanted to do.
How good were you?
I had potential. I was the guy who was doing the set. What would you do?
So when I first moved to the States...
Mini golf or golf. One more question. That's a good question. You can invite 3 people from the soccer world, past or present, to dinner. Who makes the guest list?
Messi, Mourinho, and Darius Formella, so he can meet Messi.
So we're not gonna talk with Mourinho. He can sit there and bring us our drinks, and we're gonna talk with Messi.
Back in Phoenix, 1-0 at the half, thanks to Darius Formella's 6th-minute goal. As Phoenix Rising holds the lead, little crossbar challenge going on, and just a bit too high. Season ticket holders trying to see if they can't find themselves one of the new Desert Rose kits. We'll be right back. Got more from the Equity Health halftime report. 1-0 Phoenix Rising from the Valley of the Sun.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
The best nights start with Jägermeister. Made with 56 botanicals. Always served ice cold.
Take a miracle to come back from this. Heartbreaking end to the season. But what's this?
For the moments when anticipation
Clock's counting down. 5 seconds. 3, 2.
becomes celebration. Jägermeister. Meister the moment.
Rolls it across, Cheney leaves it, Galindres!
Regulation time, Doyle, headed up in front, rebound, scores!
They're hungry for the women's game. They want to see women's soccer. They want to play women's soccer, and that's what we're building at the USL.
Phoenix Rising are your reigning national champs, and they're fired up for the 2024 season, so come witness it. Join your Phoenix Rising as they take down Charleston Battery. Saturday, June 22nd at 7:30, right here in Central Phoenix off 38th Street in Washington. And only 5 light rail stops from downtown Phoenix and Tempe. Tickets start at just $15. Go to phxrisingfc.com to buy your tickets now. Be there for kickoff at 7:30.
Back 1-0 at the half. Watching the Equity Health halftime report from Phoenix. Killian McClatchy, Joe Lowry. No crossbars hit during halftime, unfortunately. A couple close calls.
Oh, there were close calls. Killian just couldn't get the job done, and it's
so
brutal.
Close but no cigar. Here's some of the scores from around the league. New Mexico United, top of the West, and another 1-0 victory over Hartford Athletic. Las Vegas Lights just found a second over Miami a few minutes ago as they're in the second half continuing on. And Memphis, that 1-1 is Oakland also just a few minutes away from trying to wrap up a big win over Tampa Bay. Those are some of the scores from around the USL Championship. But New Mexico United, Joe, they just keep chugging along.
It's bizarre right now in the USL Championship, not New Mexico United's success, but the fact that they are atop the standings in the Western Conference with a goal differential, Killian, of a big fat goose egg. This is a bizarre year in the USL Championship. This is much-watched stuff.
Yeah, here's some of the news and notes. One of the big ones, big match getting picked up against what was an unbeaten Sacramento Republic on July 21st. CBS picking that up on national TV, so be sure to tune into that one. And speaking of that loss, Tampa Bay took down Sacramento Republic. Their first loss, they went undefeated through their first 11. And a reminder for you, a big match coming up, a rematch of the title from a year ago. Phoenix Rising, Charleston Battery, June 22nd at 7:30 right here. I also heard some rumor it was, did I hear that was Dollar Beer Night as well here?
Little birdie might have told us that before the game started.
We might have heard that. Tickets, PhoenixRisingFC.com. Dollar Beer Night, just saying. In case you're in the Valley, need something to do. Not a bad option. They're on June 22nd. Come see that USL Championship rematch. As the teams making their way back, starting to loosen back up. Got 1-0 Phoenix Rising. You're watching the Equity Health halftime report. Got highlights coming up on the other side of this break.
This spring, Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Your health shouldn't depend on where you live, which language you speak, or the size of your paycheck. Everyone deserves access to high-quality care for a healthy life. At Equality Health, we partner with primary care providers to break down barriers to care and build healthy communities. Better health for all, the real game-winning goal. Equality Health is the season-presenting sponsor of the Phoenix Rising and proud sponsor of the Rising Community Soccer Clinics.
We're Carvana, the company who invented car vending machines and buying a car 100% online. Now we've created a brand new way for you to sell your car. Whether it's a year old or a few years old, we want to buy your car. So go to Carvana, enter your license plate, answer a few questions, and our techno wizardry calculates your car's value and gives you a real offer in seconds. When you're ready, we'll come to you, pay you on the spot, and pick up your car. That's it. So ditch the old way of selling your car and say hello to the new way at Carvana.
Life happens every day. From small milestones,
It's official,
to big victories. With online programs that fit your life, NAU moves at the speed of you, so you won't miss a single moment.
Mountain.
Get started at nau.edu/NAU online.
Tonight's broadcast of Phoenix Rising FC is presented by Equality Health, by Carvana, and by Northern Arizona University. Back in Quality Health halftime, 1-0 Phoenix Rising on top of Orange County SC thanks to an early goal from Darius Formella. Killian McClatchy, Joe Lowry as getting ready. Few minutes away from the second half kick, but we're going to start off with the first half highlights tonight, and they're presented by your Desert Ford dealers. 6 minutes in, Darius Formella, he was out of the country, came right back, got right back to work.
It's a great sequence of play from Phoenix.
For your first half stats presented by Gateway Community College is going to bring back around Lowry's lowdown. We'd like to give it to you at the start, give Joe his moment of fame, and then revisit it once we get ready to start the second half. So for Phoenix, finding a structure in possession, just kind of talked about that a little bit, but how do you think they've done?
Yeah, I mean, they've set up in this 4-2-3-1 shape. It's been a clear look from Danny Stone, potentially an opportunity for them to build off of this performance, not just in the second half, but later on this season. We've seen 3-4 threes. We've seen 3 diamond threes from Phoenix this year. We've also seen the 4-2-3-1. It's back for Phoenix so far tonight, and they're having some success, an opportunity to move the ball a bit quicker from side to side to overload the outsides. And then for Orange County, they haven't done a great job, frankly, of feeding their dynamic attackers in space. Bryce Jamison has been dangerous on that right side, but as I said a moment ago, it's been flashes rather than any consistent fire on the right wing. And Kyle Scott has sort of been marooned over on that left side, has not been engaged enough and involved enough in key moments high up the field.
Yeah, and that man right there, he's had a hard time. You know he wants to get to that left foot, and Phoenix done a nice job keeping him from getting there.
Yeah, Kyle Scott so incredibly smooth. Brian Olowski so incredibly smooth as well with that left foot. We've seen it on some set pieces. We've seen it just little bits and pieces in open play, but nothing has been coming often enough for Orange County.
So back at it in the second 45 right away. Orange County being aggressive to start this second half as they're going to search for an equalizer. As Phoenix Rising players still a little slow to get up there.
Renzo Zambrano hunched over, had some realistic words about his team after their disappointing second half against Las Vegas. Outshot 16-2 in the last 45 minutes of that game on the road. Renzo Zambrano wasn't mincing words in the midweek, said, no, we were bad. We absolutely were not good enough in this game. The midfield struggled to go and close down space. They struggled to get on the ball and play cleanly in possession. It has been brighter tonight for Phoenix.
It has been. You have to be impressed with the fact that this is a Phoenix club. I think it's fair to say that their expectations were higher coming into this season than they've played through the opening almost half now. As a bit of a turnover. Right back as Flynn Maillard chases it down, but it goes right out. The expectations for the club, at least from themselves, were higher. They haven't necessarily lived up to that, but this is a team, they've met that head on, and they've been coming in and saying, yeah, we did not play well.
Yeah, the acknowledgement is a great first step in trying to build towards something better. You know, you look at this Phoenix Rising squad, and it's hard for me to look past the fact that, yeah, maybe they still need a couple of pieces. Carlos Harvey, a key man for them in central midfield last season, a really, really important piece on both sides of the ball. In preseason, goes off and signs with Minnesota United in Major League Soccer.
Gallardo lays it back ahead, a chance for a breakaway. Torres, left-footed cross. Traore settles it down with a little bit too strong of a touch as Andreas Hernandez has to chase that one back. Sent back. Andreas Hernandez not able to get there, and an opportunity wasted for Phoenix.
To pick up on the roster point for Phoenix Rising, when Carlos Harvey leaves and goes to Major League Soccer, there's no replacement brought in for this club. They're really still one central midfielder short of where they'd want to be, maybe still one attacking piece short. So yeah, there's a recognition, I think, within this club that, yeah, there's still another level or two for them to reach. We'll see what happens on the transfer front as the year continues. Opportunities to make moves. Yes, but now with this group that's here, how do they continue to push towards finding the level that they know they can hit because they've hit it before? It's a huge question, and there were some good moments in the first half. We'll see if there are more in the second 45.
Well, as we showed earlier during the hydration break in the first half, according to the numbers, typically when summertime comes around, so does this Phoenix club.
Yep.
One of the best over the last couple of years here at home. That's that one out. And remember, fans, if you can't watch the match, be sure to turn on Sirius XM 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, which includes USL All Access Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Plus, you can hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. Traore, long strides, pressing forward. Right back to him. Swing it near side to White.
I love that switch from Phoenix. The end product missing from Lawrence White yet again, but the quick recognition of, hey, the space is on the weak side. Let's find it.
Scott played ahead, crossed in, and just wide. Not out of danger just yet as Olowski came flying in and he just missed it. Now right-footed shot over the top of the bar.
Orange County have the skill to punish you when you lose the ball in bad spots. Ethan Zubak getting on the end of it. working his way towards the end line, trying to play it back into the box. Just no clean connection there from Orange County. Phoenix maybe let off a little easy.
As you can see, Olofsky went with that left foot, trying to notch the equalizer. Gallardo showing a bit of pace out of the halftime break.
That's well done there from Renzo Zambrano, closing space so incredibly quickly in central midfield to break things up. That's Renzo Zambrano at his best.
Back heel down. Long run, tries to get around, and now a takedown and an immediate booking. As Olofsky was off to the races. If he had got around, that looked like it was going to be a one-on-one between Olofsky and Rocco Rios Novo.
Olofsky doesn't get enough credit for his quickness. You can see Ale Funmayor knowing that he doesn't have the speed to keep up with Olofsky, who's already running at full sprint. Funmayor does the professional thing, brings him down, gets a just yellow. Big question, Killian, for Orange County in this second half. A really, really dinged up squad. You can run through the list of names. We did it in the first half. No Tomas Amang in this team. It's a massive, massive loss for them. Someone who is so dynamic moving forward. Physical, quick, technical, checks a lot of the boxes that you want out of a number 9 and has done so far this season. They're missing him. They're missing key pieces along the back line in midfield. You can look down the list. It's a long list of absences. Can Orange County mount some real attacking danger? They only had 2 shots in all the first half, had very, very little consistent, sustained attacking joy. Can they find something here?
Over the back post, headed up a second time. Ball still hasn't found the grass. Now set down, Olofsky coming down, chests it, and finally cleared away.
When you're the team that's trying to find something from a game where nothing really seems to be going your way, set pieces are always an area that players look to say, hey, we can grab something here. We can change our luck. Bouncing ball there for Phoenix inside their own box, eventually dealt with.
That's touched. Say off Orange County. Gallardo seemed content to let that go the visitors' way as Kyle Scott, I think even Gallardo thought it was off of him.
No real reason to rush now once the play actually does get decided for Phoenix. At the same time, you'd like to see a little more energy out of this rising team. Still a very, very, very thin game right now with just that 1-goal lead. We've seen how dangerous Orange County can be in quick transition moments. They've got Olofsky who can lead their breaks. They've got Kyle Scott who can ping passes from midfield, even on the left side. They've got Bryce Jamison. This game's not over.
Nice find. Gallardo runs it all the way down, slid down. All sorts of hands up, looking for a handball in the slide, but nothing there. Orange County now trying to swing back the other direction on a counter. Olofsky, 1-2, and Rocco Rios Novo slides out to quell the danger.
It's a close call. You hear the yelling from the fans down in the south end. Erickson Gallardo gets to the end line, cuts the ball back. You can see the slide there from Andrew Fox. Looks like the ball hits his side and then maybe ricochets into that right arm.
Yeah, that's tough. It looked like it did catch more of his torso than the arm. Still, that one sent in towards the back post. Not out of danger, though. Right-footed shot and just off the outside of the net from Jamison.
For me, though, Killian, to go back to that potential handball on Andrew Fox, one of the questions that you have to ask there if you're a referee is, did their hand or arm make the body unnaturally bigger? Like, is the position of their hand or arm justifiable by their body movement in that situation? For me, as Fox slides in, His body is in a natural position. His arm is following the slide. I think that's a good no call from the referee.
And Danny Stone just picked up a yellow. I think it's okay to say that Danny might not agree with the decision on the pitch.
Wouldn't surprise me.
So Zafal is going to come off. He'll change. Cameron Dunbar going to come on, get another forward into the match, and a few changes now coming for Phoenix. Fede Varela and Edgardo Rito ready to come on. Looks like Armanakis will be the man coming off. They're going to hold the Phoenix subs at least for another moment.
This will be a real test for Phoenix Rising. Cameron Dunbar, quick, skillful, low center of gravity on the left wing. Number 7 there. Kyle Scott now moved away from his left wing, his narrow left wing role, and into central midfield. A more natural position for him that's going to allow him to get on the ball more opposite of Brian Olowski.
There is Scott. Scott was looking for Jamison, but he got headed up and away, and it'll be a Carvana corner kick. First one of the second half. Carvana will drive you happy, proud sponsor of Phoenix Rising.
It's an aggressive change. Still pretty early, just about 10 minutes into the second half from Morten Carlson. He wants something out of the second 45.
This one in the near, now a whistle as the lights went out again on that far side. So that will reset that corner. Swinging in, tried the back heel, and there's a goal for Orange County. They find the equalizer. It's Ethan Zubak.
Set piece is so crucial when we're having trouble finding joy in open play. Zubak just pounces on that loose ball in the box. After a low-driven set piece from Brian Olowski, Phoenix have been slow to clear some of the danger inside their own 18 a few different times tonight. We've seen it already, Killian, in this second half. Slow to react there. Now putting even more pressure on these subs coming in from Danny Stone.
So Armanakis off and Wyke off, the two changes for Phoenix after the goal. So some fresh legs, and now they're going to have to try and find a second to take 3 points tonight.
Not a shape change, it doesn't look like, from Danny Stone here. Fede Varela coming into play, the pure number 10 spot that Panos Armanakis was playing. It's a natural position for Varela. And Edgardo Rito just going to serve as a much more aggressive attacking option at right back, staying on the right side of this back four.
Fuenmayor pressing ahead. Rito with his first touch of the night. The Venezuelan, 1 goal this season, making his 13th appearance on the year. All sent ahead and corralled out.
It's good defending from Owen Lamb, tracking the run of Gabby Torres there. The referee gives him a yellow for some of the afters.
So throw in. Played all the way back out to midfield. For Rito. Or Rocco Rios Novo well out of his net.
A huge test right here, Killian, following that concession just a few moments ago from Phoenix Rising. How do they respond? How do they continue to push back in this game? They didn't come out of the halftime whistle with a ton of intensity. Seemed okay to try and keep the margins narrow at that 1-0. Well, it's not 1-0 anymore. Orange County on the board, 1-1. The impetus is now very much on Phoenix Rising to go out there and grab 2 more points, sitting on just 1 right now.
Score your new career at Gateway Community College. At Gateway, you can achieve your dream career in less time and for less money. Get started at gatewaycc.edu. Scott has the ball taken away. Gallardo gets it away quickly as Phoenix looks to press forward. Rito trying to get around, waiting for the 1-2. Formella able to get back to Rito. Nice sliding tackle. Excellently done on the back line from Orange County. Another dangerous opportunity taken away.
And that's what Edgardo Rito does so well. Overlap on the right side. We see some 1-2 combination play on the right for Phoenix. Rito trying to bomb forward into the box. Good defending there from Orange County.
There's Andrew Fox. Back playing after missed some time with injury. Played a full 90 last week. Been out there for every minute so far tonight. As that pass really go anywhere, and took a deflection on the way back out off of Gallardo.
Mentioned Andrew Fox was the first player in English football to receive a red card following a VAR decision. That was when he was playing for Grimsby Town in the FA Cup against Crystal Palace way back in 2017. Has talked about it and says, well, maybe I'll get to be the answer to a pub quiz down the line. Andrew Fox and his claim to fame.
That is a good one.
It's a really good one.
100%. You're sitting there, trivia one night. I can tell you when that night does come. Joe Lowry sitting at my table with me.
I want Andrew Fox at our table too, just in case we forget. Okay.
Right ahead, Gallardo trying to make a run at the ball, but Faree was right out there. Lasky trying to turn, run to the ball at his feet, still standing. He's got Jamison over there to his right. Jamison sends it back to the center of the box and just wide. As right now, all the momentum with the visitors.
Brian Lasky has been so incisive and driven in this second half, slaloming forward out of his attacking midfield spot. Bryce Jamison with a nice bent ball in with that right foot as well to the trailing runner. It's a nice bit of play from Orange County.
Murray just got ahead to that and doesn't really go anywhere.
It just sort of feels like the momentum's been let out of this second half from Phoenix. They're almost 20 minutes into this second 45. Not a lot of tempo. Still not a ton of urgency from Phoenix, and that's been a problem at times this season, right? You think about how they defend under Danny Stone. Not typically a high-pressing team. They'd rather win the ball back near midfield, save some of those legs. When you're trying to get a goal, it makes getting some momentum difficult.
Nice ball, touchdown, left-footed shot just wide of the post. Dunbar got in behind his first real action since coming on in this second half and nearly gives his side the lead.
So close to exactly what Morton Carlson wanted by bringing Cameron Dunbar onto the field in this second half. Dunbar almost can't believe it. So close. Nearly finds that inside of the far post. A huge opportunity there for Orange County. Move outshot Phoenix 5-0 in this second 45.
And not something you want to see for Phoenix, as that's all I Fuenmayor as they're taking a look at that right foot and ankle. Certainly in some discomfort right now for the Venezuelan. Fuenmayor back on his feet. He's going to try and walk it off, which is a good sign. They're tending to him. And remember, the USL Championship is on CBS Sports and the ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network. So if you're watching us right now on the Golazo Network, keep an eye on right there. And also on ESPN Plus, go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. So Fuenmayor slowly making his way around the pitch back towards the dugout.
Renzo Zambrano just sort of temporarily shifted back a line next to John Stenberg as we now see Ale Fuenmayor step back on the field. Good news for him. Good news for Phoenix Rising as well, Killian. Not a ton of attacking difference makers really left on the bench for Danny Stone. No Remy Cabral, so Darius Romella starts, and that takes an option off the bench. We've already seen Fede Varela and Edgardo Rito come on the field. It's really just Juan Carlos Azocar, who's an option that you look at and say, okay, hey, this guy can give us a spark as we're chasing that go-ahead goal.
Yeah. That's the Cabral we mentioned, unavailable tonight with a lower body injury. That ball played forward, left-footed cross. And it's out for a goal kick.
Great ball there from Stenberg, breaking line, something we haven't seen nearly enough of from Phoenix Rising center backs tonight. Gabby Torres on that delivery just lets him down.
A few more changes coming. Popmar Boy and JP Skierce ready. You'd have to imagine at least one of those is for Fuenmayor. This one sent back towards the center, and that one deflected down right into the arms of Rios Novo. So nice little hesitation to get himself some space. Laid ahead, Gallardo. Gallardo keeps it in front of him. He's got Formella waiting for it in the center of the box. Just off the shoulder of Formella. Picked up, left-footed shot, deflected. And it's out for a Phoenix corner kick.
Edgardo Rito really kickstarts that whole sequence down the right side. Great speed of play from the right back, moving forward quickly in transition to find Erickson Gallardo. Maybe wanted the ball back at the end of that sequence as well from Gallardo.
Phoenix setting up for this corner, and they want the subs to be let on. Marboy and Skierce.
And no surprise there, Danny Stone giving the substitution gesture to his players to let them know, hey, let's move things along. Popmar Boy, a huge threat on set pieces. JP Skierce capable as well as a box crasher, but Marboy really the threat here. No-brainer to get him on the field.
Fuenmayor going to come off as Popmar Boy, the rookie, comes on. And comes on in the first corner opportunity for Phoenix tonight. Corner sent in and cleared away easily. Scott, touchdown Dunbar. Now for Jamison, too heavy of a touch. But Farella gets it taken away or right back.
There's that intensity Orange County have had. Playing with strength and speed through midfield. Kyle Scott pulling some strings now as well.
That one low, cross through the box. Formella, shouldering off the defender, nicely done, and then a slip and a whistle. And Phoenix will keep the ball as Gabby Torres was taken down.
It's fantastic hold-up play from Phoenix Rising's number 9, Darius Formella. Starting his first game since April 20th for Phoenix Rising. Does so well to keep himself between the ball and the defender, Andrew Fox. Then eventually moving the ball onto Gabby Torres.
Voicing his 11th match of the season. Was a starter early on in the year. This team awaited the return of Fuenmayor and Stenberg. Been shuffled out of the starting 11 a little bit the last few weeks. Too aggressive from Torres on the tackle.
See Gabby Torres coming in on Owen Lamb. Just lowers that shoulder a little too much for the referee's liking. It's an easy foul call.
Toe slips. As Dunbar, a little tug, keeps up. Dunbar weaving his way through defenders. Dunbar gets around and taken down inside the box, but no whistle. What a bit of solo play from the sub Dunbar.
Just touches the ball around Popmar Boy there. Would have been better off trying to continue that run to catch up with it on the other side of the 20-year-old center back out of Clemson. Dunbar, though, has been so quick and so incisive since coming off the bench. It's been a great sub for Morton Carlson.
Carson, California native. Was with this club last season on loan from Minnesota United. Only played in 5 matches, though, as he had been dealing with some injuries all year long. As this one crossed in, Gallardo off the head and just too tall.
Too tall and Erickson Gallardo not usually used in the same sentence. Crash in the box on the right side. Just gets underneath that ball coming in from the left wing. A great crashing run from the right winger.
Took a touch off the crossbar. A poor pass leads to a turnover. Another one right back. Fede Varela stops and turns, leaves a man on the pitch. Rito clapping as the ball comes to him. Pressing ahead like a train on the tracks. And Gallardo sends well too far for Torres.
And that's some of the inconsistency that's plagued Erickson Gallardo throughout really long stretches of his career in Major League Soccer, down in South America, now of course with Phoenix Rising. So bright in moments, just missing the last little touch, whether it's on the shot there that we see just a moment or two ago, or on that outswinging cross on the right side, just missing that last 5 or 10% consistency to make him an every game kind of difference maker.
Sternberg steps up, finds Rizzo again. Rizzo. Set down, they're gonna go back to him. Rizzo, a short touch, short chip. Trying to cross it in, but nobody was there. Faree calmly caught that one. Rito and Formella tried to link up.
Final ball not there from Megardo Rito. Formella maybe looking for it more on the ground than he was for that little chipped ball with the right foot. Still, when we talk about Dunbar being dangerous on the left wing for Orange County, Megardo Rito's been a great sub from Danny Stone. Had a good performance so far tonight. Still more left to give.
Stops and turns. Jameson down on the pitch.
Really is impressive, Killian, what Orange County have managed to do with their young players. Not just this season, but in years past as well. Duran Ferry in goal, just 17 years old. Ashton Miles starting in their back line through the middle, just 19. Bryce Jameson, formerly at the Barca Residency Academy down here in Arizona, just 18 years old. There's so much young talent in this Orange County side. They're now starting to add to that their own locally produced talent as well. Let's think of a guy like Ashton Miles absolutely falling into that category. A really, really great step for Orange County as they continue to try to establish themselves as one of the hotbeds to develop as a young player in American soccer.
Seeing a lot of them as Jameson getting helped off. It's another hydration break as the summertime is here. We mentioned it in the first half during the first hydration break, but a 35-10 record at home in the months of June, July, and August for this Rising club since 2017. The boys of the summer, they love it here at home.
Maybe they need a little more heat, Killian, in the second half. Turn up the degrees just a few here on the knob. Phoenix looking for a little bit of a burst here to close out the last 15 minutes plus stoppage time. They've had a lot of success here in the Valley of the Sun in the summer months. Good opportunity to get out and watch this club.
And a good chance for both coaches. You see Danny Stone in there very emphatically talking to his club. But a chance to kind of reset things, go over the tactics one more time for these final 15-plus minutes.
Yeah, I think the different demeanors of these two managers sort of set the stage for the last 15 minutes or so of this game. Stone, much more energetic, trying to get his guys up for the last stretch of this one. Morten Carlson, a little calmer, maybe running through some of the details of their defensive structure as they close out this game. The ball is absolutely in Phoenix's court to get this job done.
See it on the bottom of your screen there, fans. Phoenix Rising and Modelo have teamed up to offer the ultimate game night experience. For just $35, you get 2 tickets and 2 20-ounce Modelos to elevate your game day. Don't miss out on this special offer. Get your tickets today and cheer on Phoenix Rising. Buy them now at phxrisingfc.com. We are Phoenix Rising. Todos Rojos. Gallardo had a chance in this second half. A header off the crossbar. Orange County's had a few looks. But Zuback slotted one home in the 57th to level it. As this one set down and deflected up and away. As Varela got in behind.
Mo Traore. The lovely clipped ball over the top. Varela does well to bring it down. Just can't quite catch up to that one. As Chata crashes. Mo Traore's distribution has been so sharp tonight. Killian comes up huge on the first goal. Playing Gabby Torres into space for Rising in the 6th minute. We're seeing what he can provide from deep areas on that left side.
Long ball, Jameson tries to chase after it, unable to get there. Rizzo waits for it, touches ahead. Torres is switched now as Torres upended by Chata. That'll be a yellow card.
Formella unlocks this whole sequence. Off the throw in, able to get the switch over to the right side. Gabby Torres draws a clear foul there. Chata going in the referee's book.
Off the deflection from Scott, another throw in.
He struggled with his distribution since coming off the bench. Had a couple of those Moments the ball just moves slowly off his foot.
Zambrano, left foot just taken away. Nicely done by Fox to sneak the foot in at the last moment. As Marboy does a nice job using the physicality to get the ball back.
You'd think with the way the game was called in the first half that one might be a foul. Referee lets Pop Marboy play on. That's exactly what Marboy wants in the middle of the back line for Phoenix. He thrives in games that are physical. An opportunity for him to get involved in some of those 50-50s. Yeah, you see there Phoenix getting the ball back in play very, very quickly to JP Skiris in the midfield. Edgardo Rito slowly creeping up, this near side, trying to get on the ball.
Tossing the ball at his feet a lot, Fede Varela. It's Torres who switched now to this near side. Traore. Crossed in, looking for Varela, but unable to get it through. Traore going to chase this one down and lay it all the way back to Rocco Rios Novo. Marboy nearly gave that one away in a very dangerous position. There's that one, sent ahead Torres. A little bit of an odd man rush as Torres shouldering off. Little chip back heel, extra touch knocked around, but cleared out of the box. And sent back, but an easy offside as the flag went up immediately on the far side.
Everything but that last touch for Phoenix Rising in the box just now. Good play down the right side. Progressing into the 18. Just couldn't quite finish off the sequence.
Bargiolo. Benjamin Bargiolo going to come on for the youngster Bryce Jamison. Some fresh legs. Jamison, an active night tonight for the young Atlanta native. Sent down Gallardo, if he can get back there to it, crossed in, but nobody was there on the receiving end for Phoenix, but it will be a throw-in. Quick one taken to Traore.
See now how content Orange County are to sit back, try to absorb pressure. They snag a goal on the break, great.
Rito, 1-2, Rito trying to find the edge, and he does. Rito taken down, and it's out for a goal kick, and now everybody at South End letting them hear it. And now Rito has some words, and he picks up a yellow card. Fox looking at him saying, you dove, and now it's a red as Rito's been sent off.
Edgardo Rito not pleased here in the slightest. Thinks he should have had a penalty. The referee doesn't make that call. I think it's the right decision from the referee to let that one play on. We'll get another look at it, but then Rito, for some of his words after, picks up the red. Nothing in that for me, Killian. It's good defending from Bargiolo, the youngster. Edgardo Rito is not happy. Little shove there to Andrew Fox. Rito, John Adam, referee comes over with the yellow. And this is one thing, Killian, that we know. USL Championship, referees are trying to crack down on this year.
I think you can see Rito trying to plead his case, saying Fox was antagonizing. I mean, you can see Fox talking to him. So a red, so Phoenix will be left with just 10 men for the final 6+ minutes.
That aggressive demeanor and posture from Edgardo Rito. Like I said, something that referees are trying to crack down on. see it play out just now.
Barjolo gets the ball, and now Barjolo taken out. Good tackle to this near side. His body's hitting the pitch every which way. Now active Zubak, very unhappy with the fourth official to the near side as play continues on. Juan Carlos Azócar getting ready to come on. Pass intercepted. Gabby Torres looks like he's been the man who's going to slide back and take over for Rito's position as Phoenix playing with 10 men now after Rito sent off.
It's a huge blow. It's a huge blow for Phoenix Rising, trying to snag one more goal to pick up a much-needed 3 points at home. Edgardo Rito thinks he's got that penalty in his favor. The referee makes the right call initially, letting the game progress. Rito, though, just can't control himself.
Flag up. Formella and the hometown crowd not happy as Juan Carlos Azócar going to come on for Gallardo.
Dissent is a cautionable offense in this game. Referees are watching for it. It should not be put in positions where players are being belligerent towards them. There's going to be growing pains as we see this continue to be enforced around the league. Going to be a lot of unhappy players, a lot of unhappy managers.
All the way down, Renzo Zambrano just gets it away. Nice movement is Traore working ahead. Ball laid forward, long run. An opportunity set across the middle. Formella has the brace, and Phoenix has the lead. With 10 men, Darius Formella.
No Remy Cabral, no problem for Phoenix Rising tonight. Darius Formella lurking in the box yet again. We saw it 6 minutes in. Now we see it in the 87th minute. It's a very similar pattern with the cutback. Coming from the wide player, Juan Carlos Azócar puts that one on a platter for Phoenix Rising's number 9, rising up 2-1 at 38th in Washington.
And Azócar fresh into the match after Edgardo Rito gets sent off. Stone cold Darius Formella.
It's massive. Absolutely massive from Formella, getting his first start since late April. Playing as the number 9 tonight with Remy Cabral, dealing with the knock in his lower body. A big moment. Formella meeting that moment, and not just Killian. Formella, it's the great cutback from Azócar, but even before that, it's the ball from left to right from Mo Traore, who has been excellent. Excellent on the ball tonight on that left side. We saw him play Gabby Torres into the box for the first goal for Phoenix. He finds the space for Torres, leading him into that open spot inside the 18. Torres and Formella take care of the rest in the 6th minute. Different outcome in terms of the pass, but man, setting up the wide players on both goals.
Here's Formella now as he's going to send across to the far side. So brace and Darius Formella's return to the starting 11 on a night where they needed him the most. Now just a few minutes away from a potential 3 points. Formella going to turn and wait. Lets it ahead. Azócar, who puts his right foot through it well, and it's out of touch. And fans, the reigning USL champs, Phoenix Rising FC, host Charleston Battery on June 22nd for Pride Night, presented by Circle K. Come and cheer them to victory at the stadium here in Central Phoenix. There for every pass, every stop, every goal, and every win. Starting at just $15 a seat, there's a place for everyone. Get your tickets at phxrisingfc.com.
Huge moment now for Phoenix to see out this game. Down to 10 men makes covering ground a little more difficult. 6 minutes of stoppage time, plenty of time for 1 or 2 half chances from both teams really here to close out this game.
Stop by Asokar, as now Zambrano tries to feint his way through. A little slide as Fede Varela keeps the ball at his feet. Lets it ahead. Asokar sprinting ahead to the right side. This one right, and just too tight of an angle. Gabby Torres has been bouncing around. Some cramping going on, and fans, eFootball 2024 is here. You can live your dream and rep your team. Plays your favorite USL Championship club. And eFootball, it is free to play. So go ahead and download it now. Chata needed some help. It's stretched out. There is the man of the night as it stands. There's Formella, scored in the 6th and scored in the 86th. Marcus Lee is going to come on for Chata, who needed some relief after going down with the cramping. And back underway. Arjolo on the near side. Tries to lay it ahead, but miscommunication between he and the new man, Marcus Lee.
Phoenix dropping that line so deep, even into their own box, making it very, very difficult for Orange County to find any space in behind. That what's really become a back five for Phoenix in a 5-3-1 shape. Just 9 outfield players after that Edgardo Rito red card. Rising so far, dealing with this 1-goal advantage quite well.
Zambrano came sliding in to try and put that one as deep as he could. Long ball over the top, takes one hop. As Rocco Rios Novo chests it down and then falls on top of it to let a few more seconds tick off.
Rocco Rios Novo in no hurry. Phoenix happy to let that clock tick.
Phoenix looks content to try and sit back and play defense to collect the 3 points tonight. Chipped ahead to the back post, headed, but well wide. Zubak was nowhere near on that one.
That one might have been the look for Orange County. Zubak does well to find space initially. Brian Olaski's been so bright in the second half. Zubak knows it. Flabbergasted, that one's so wide right. Might have been the look.
Even saw him look back and say, my bad.
Yeah.
Rios Novo settles and puts his right foot through it. Torres going to retreat back and give off to Traore. Formella Trying to run up underneath it. Touches it down, but can't keep possession.
We're seeing Orange County for the kitchen sink forward. Ashton Miles, no longer at center back, now playing as a striker alongside Ethan Zubak.
Formella, the big body. There's Formella and goes down and earns a free kick. Obviously with the 2 goals tonight from Formella, but you can't say enough about the performance that he has put in when this club needed him the most.
He's been everything tonight for Phoenix Rising. His positioning inside the box, of course the finishes inside the box have been massive. Even his hold-up play. A handful of really, really nice sequences up against bigger-bodied center backs between Ashton Miles and Andrew Fox for this Orange County team. Formella's been excellent up top as the 9.
Long ball played in. It's all the way out, and it'll be a throw as it just missed. Out the back for a goal kick.
Make no mistake, Killian, this is the result that Phoenix Rising needed tonight. If things hold steady at 2-1, Phoenix will push themselves up to 4th place in the Western Conference. Level on points with Monterey Bay. Still real ground to cover between Phoenix and the top teams between New Mexico United and Sacramento Republic. But a huge opportunity for Phoenix Rising coming into tonight, and they've taken advantage.
They certainly have in the nightcap. And another exciting week in the USL Championship. The land formerly known for the Pac-12. No more Pac-12 After Dark. So a USL After Dark action. As the fans come to their feet, awaiting to hear the final whistle. Formella continuing to hold up. They're going to let it keep going. One more chance for Orange County. Lead. Sent back. Phoenix defending with everything. The 10 men, down a man. Crossed in, headed out. And there it is. 3 points secured. Thanks to that man right there. A brace from Darius Formella and a 2-1 Phoenix Rising victory over Orange County.
You can't say enough good stuff about how this Phoenix Rising team responded after that red card that was handed out to Edgardo Rito in the 84th minute. Not a lot of time for them to collect themselves and push forward, down a man. And yet Darius Formella coming up big inside the box. Great positioning, great movement off the ball, and just the right finishing touch.
All smiles from that man back in the starting 11, and helps his side pick up a crucial 3 points in the Western Conference. As the team's wrapping up, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We're going to wrap things up. There it is, the game winner in the 87th from Darius Formella.
You came looking for a light beer. And you found gold. Modelo Oro. The light beer with a smooth, elevated taste and a clean, crisp finish. Perfect for those who never settle for less than they deserve. Modelo Oro, the gold standard of light beer.
Well, it's finally happening. The robots. They're coming.
Hi, Amory.
Maybe that's a good thing.
She said what? She said what? I was ready like a full 20 minutes before you. What are you talking about?
It drives better than you do, babe.
He does. Bye, robot.
We're Carvana, the company who invented car vending machines and buying a car 100% online. Now we've created a brand new way for you to sell your car. Whether it's a year old or a few years old, we want to buy your car. So go to Carvana, enter your license plate, answer a few questions, and our techno wizardry calculates your car's value and gives you a real offer in seconds. When you're ready, we'll come to you, pay you on the spot, and pick up your car. That's it. So ditch the old way of selling your car and say hello to the new way at Carvana.
Back in Phoenix to wrap things up. It's the Equality Health post-game report. 2-1. Phoenix rising thanks to the brace by Darius Formella. A big night for him in the return to the starting 11 as we're going to give you.
Isn't given in the second half. Rito then sent off, but the spirit for this rising team to get back into this game. I want to give credit. You're seeing him there on your screen. Mo Traore, absolutely brilliant defensive work and incredibly sharp distribution. Coming up big in the sequences for both goals tonight for Phoenix Rising. A really, really sharp performance from the left back.
2 goals, 2 autographs from Darius Formella tonight. And a big night for Phoenix and a big 3 points as Formella celebrating with his hometown crowd. Well, that's about all we have for you tonight from Phoenix. A 2-1 victory for the hosts as they get ready for next week. A big one coming up. Charleston Battery, a USL title game rematch coming up a week from now. Want to wrap things up. Big thanks to our entire crew here. My partner Joe Lowry, Killian McClatchy here. You've been watching this presentation of the USL Championship. Phoenix Rising with a 2-1 victory over Orange County SC.
The United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.